Hey guys, how you doing? Today I'm going to be reviewing my Ormsby Run 6 Hype GTR 7. I normally don't do reviews because A, I'm not really a YouTuber. As you can see, this video is probably going to be garbage quality, but hey, I'm going to do my best. And B, there's plenty of shit like this already out on YouTube. Feel free to check that out if you want tone demos and all that. I'm not going to be playing this guitar and showing you all the tones and all that because honestly, it's not going to do it any justice. If you want to see the reviews of the pickups that I particularly got in this guitar, I would highly suggest you go and check out Arnold Plays Guitar, where he ran through all of the Ormsby custom shop pickups. With that being said, what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to go through the woods used on this guitar and the hardware and tell you a little bit about my experience and my impressions of the guitar overall. So starting with the woods, the top is a flame maple veneer with a chambered swamp ash body. The neck is a rock maple 3-piece neck, carbon reinforced rods, and an ebony fretboard. The hardware is, we'll start from the bottom here, the bridge, which when I originally signed up for this run was spec'd to be Ormsby proprietary hip shot bridge. Perry and the guys ended up designing a new bridge on their own, and I think it's better. It's got a lot more mass to it. It's got these nice comfortable bevels right here. The old one was just kind of concave, had like a kind of weird like curve angle to it, and I mean, it didn't really bother me until they pointed it out and kind of showed what they did different with this bridge, and I like this a lot more. You got tone, push-pull, 3-way toggle, and a volume. Pretty basic setup as far as the controls go. The pickup stock are a nunchucker Alnico 5 in the bridge, which is a 9.3K output, and a De La Creme Alnico 2 in the neck, which is an 8K output. I ended up going with the custom shop option pickups that they offered for people that ordered straight through Ormsby, and I got a hybrid Alnico 2 in the neck, which is an 11K output, and a Hot Rock Alnico 5 in the bridge, which is 13.4K output. And I love them. These pickups are absolute fucking monsters. I went with the A5 because I didn't want to go overboard with how hot the pickups were. They said the A8s are ball tears. That sounds painful. So I didn't go with that. But I did have an opportunity to try the nunchuckers in De La Creme before this guitar came in because in a bout of gas I ended up buying a Goliath GTR 7. Or excuse me, it was an 8. I got it off of Arnold from Arnold Plays Guitar. And it was a great guitar. 8 strings really aren't for me. I found that out with that guitar. And I also found out that while I like the sound of the nunchuckers, I really wanted something with a little more bite, so I opted for the custom shop pickup option. And the frets on this are all stainless steel, which is nice. And obviously this is a multi-scale, which is very apparent when you take a back shot of the guitar here. At the low B, it's 27.8 inches. At the high E, it's 25.5. It's a pretty extreme fan. You really don't notice it. Before I had this guitar, I also had a Kiesel M7, and its scale lengths are 27 and 25.5. So I mean, it was a full 3/4 inch difference in the fan spread, and really, it's negligible. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the specs. Now, as far as my experience of ordering with them goes, they're very easy to deal with. I did have quite a wait on this guitar. I ordered it December 12th, 2017, received it December 19th, 2018. Now, I don't put that on Ormsby. That was due to, I don't know how you say it, CITES regulations on rosewood. There was a shipment of rosewood, and all the ebony fretboards for this run was in that shipment of rosewood, and it got held up at customs in South Korea for something like 6 months, I want to say. It might have been longer, I don't know. But once all that stuff got released and shipped out to WMI, Obviously, all the bigger name brands that push more volume through WMI got priority over Ormsby, so Ormsby's kept getting kicked to the back burner, delayed. And as frustrating as it was for me as a customer, I'm sure it was doubly frustrating for the guys at Ormsby because they had capital tied up in this shit, and those guys were just, kept getting kicked to the back burner. I can't imagine how frustrating that probably was. That said, when it came time to ship, they were prompt. I mean, it shipped on, I want to say the 13th from Australia and arrived to my house in Florida in 6 days, which to me is bonkers. When it actually arrived to Ormsby from Korea and they started the QC process and installing the pickups and all that, probably the day, 2 or 3 days after they did the video of them taking these things off the truck, I got a shipping notification. So I don't even want to know what kind of hours those guys were working to get this thing out, and it showed. It's a great guitar. That being said, the value of this, I out the door, shipped to my house, I paid $1,571.55. So $1,570. Let's just call it that, and well worth it. I mean, you're talking about a multi-scale guitar. Chambered body, stainless steel frets, locking tuners, custom shop pickups. For $1,500, you're not getting an E2 for that price. You're not getting a Prestige for that price. Well, you will get a Prestige, but it's going to be, standard scale nickel frets and, some garbage, DiMarzio ionizer type shits in it. Not my cup of tea as far as that goes. I mean, I do love Prestiges. I've had a couple. They've been great guitars, but this is way higher value, in my honest opinion. As far as calling out any kind of flaws on this guitar, I'm going to have to kind of nitpick to get them. So it's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to nitpick a little bit here. My first nitpick is right here at the binding where it meets the neck. It was obviously painted over. Not a huge deal. It doesn't bother me. Obviously, it doesn't affect playability. But if you're somebody that strives for perfection, well, honestly, you're looking in the wrong place anyway because, I mean, you're buying a mass-produced instrument. So, I mean, it's just what it's going to be. Here on the side, you can kind of see, if I can get the right light angle on it. It's really hard to see, but the side of the fretboard is actually clear-coated. And then you can kind of see where the clear coat ends right there with the body. Again, doesn't affect playability. Most people probably wouldn't have even noticed unless it was pointed out to them. But it is something that's there, and I feel compelled to say something, even though it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. Other than that, I mean, it's a great guitar, man. The thing rips. The neck's like this nice thin U shape. A really nice satin coat on the back of the neck. I mean, it's tough to beat. I would recommend, if you're thinking about making a leap for one of these sight unseen, I would say go for it. If you know what you want as far as you want a multi-scale, and you're playing metal, obviously, just go for it. It's a fantastic guitar. And I had an issue when this thing was shipped that I'm guessing fucking Ace Ventura delivered this thing because the box was absolutely fucking shredded and the case was damaged. The guitar was fine, case was damaged. So I shot an email off to Ormsby, and Perry answered me, and no questions asked, sent a brand new case right out. I mean, the new case was here in a few days. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, they stand behind their stuff. So like I said, if you're really questioning on whether or not you should take the dive on one of these, I would say go for it. Because at a minimum, if you get it and you decide it just doesn't jive with you, the resale market on these is pretty damn good, and basically you would be paying a rental fee to play it. I mean, but I don't think you would end up getting rid of it. That's a great guitar. So with all that said, thanks for watching, and see you later.